Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth from Organized Chaos, and today I wanted to take you inside my general music curriculum sets, which I have available on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I'll show you where you can find it in a second. Um, I hope this will help you better see whether or not this will be a good fit for your teaching and for your classroom, and also give you a look inside how I set up my lesson plans, because you could certainly recreate this for yourself, and it has really streamlined my lesson planning during the school year so much to have this set up and ready for me. So first of all, you can find my general music curriculum sets on Teachers Pay Teachers by going to the Teachers Pay Teachers website and searching for the hashtag organized music. If you do that, you'll see that there are actually lots of different sets available. There are individual grades that you can get, which will give you all the curriculum resources you need for a full year of that grade level. So there's everything from kindergarten through 6th grade, which is what I teach. And then there are also sets for each month. So that would be all of the curriculum resources for kindergarten through 6th grade for that month. So those are some of the individual parts. And then there's also the complete set, which is kindergarten through 6th grade for the entire year. So that's the one I'm going to show you because obviously all of those smaller sets are included in that, but there are also links to each of the individual sets in the description of this one. So it's easy to find exactly what you need depending on what you teach or where your needs are. So that's where you can find it. Now I'm going to take you inside what the complete resource looks like. So when you open up the curriculum set for the full bundle, you're going to see that the resources are organized by month. And I know that not everyone teaches on the same teaching calendar that I do, so I've labeled them months 1 through 10. But you'll need to be aware that the lesson plans often correlate with the special events for that month, holidays, and things like that. So this is very customizable, which you'll see in a minute, so you can definitely move things around. But the way it's set up out of the box, there are, for example, some fall themed lessons in October and November. There are different winter holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, and stuff like that in December. There are music in our schools month lesson plans in March, and so on. So there are things you can definitely move around, but they are set up that way. So I've labeled them both ways just so you can see. And it goes for 10 months because I've counted the first week or two that I teach in August as kind of the pre-content, if you will. I tend to look at the, setting up the procedures that I have in my classroom. I do some fun things to get everyone excited for music class that year and all that kind of stuff before we dive into, quote, the official curriculum or things like that. So anyway, that's the way that's set up. A couple of things outside of the kind of meat of the curriculum. There's a scope and sequence document which will show you all of the skills and concepts by month, by grade. And I've set the entire curriculum up this way, and this is the way that I lesson plan by teaching to specific skills and concepts, and then finding lessons to fit that so that it's extremely sequential. There's a lot of review included and a lot of application of skills and concepts to really help students make sure that they have a firm grasp of some of those fundamentals that I want to develop. So it goes on K to 4 and then 5th and 6th grade. And as you'll see, this is in both PDF form and Word document. So again, you can very easily add, remove, switch around. So if you teach 16th notes in a different grade than where I've got it, it's very easy to see where the lessons that I'm going to want to move from 3rd grade to 4th grade or whatever that may be. So that's one document that you can use as a reference. There's also a lesson plan template. I'm actually very lucky. I don't have to turn any official lesson plans into my administration, but I know many people do, and this is a really easy fillable template that is based on the National Core Art Standards that we use in the United States. So you can fill in which school you're in, the date, grade, your name up here, put in your objectives, materials, the lesson plans, which you could easily just copy and paste from the lesson plans that you'll see in a minute. And these are check boxes, so you can check off if you're needing to say which standards you're hitting with a particular lesson. You can fill those in that way. So it's very easy to see what you have on one page, and like I said, it's easy to copy and paste straight into the document and then save it or send it off. So that is that. Now let's go into 1 month, and let me show you what's included in each month. And pretty much each month is set up very similarly, but obviously the specific content is going to vary from month to month. So here's how I've set it up within each month. There's a curriculum overview, and then there's resources PDF, and then slides, which come in PowerPoint and PDF format. So, and then the song reference. Some months will come with some additional resources that are materials that I use for a particular unit that I just keep together to make it easier to find. But for this is kind of the basic framework that you'll find in each month. So the meat of the lesson plans are in the curriculum overview, and again, this is in a Word document and PDF format. So I'll show you the Word document. This is where you can easily edit and copy and paste and move around whatever you need to. So the way it's set up is by grade and then by the skill or concept. So January that I happen to click on here, I have, because we've just come back from a few weeks off for break, and it's kind of the middle of the year anyway, I have a basic skills review, and so that part is set up a little bit differently, but you'll see that there are those skills set up underneath to show you what skills we're reviewing, but then it has the skill or concept that we're covering, and then a bank of lessons underneath. So it's just a list under each skill or concept, and then I mix and match these lesson plans and activities throughout the month. So it goes through and explains how to teach the lesson pretty specifically, and then if there are any PowerPoint slides or visuals, or if there are any printable worksheets or printable manipulatives or things like that, It will include the reference right next to that lesson plan so that you know what to go and find if you want to use those. And anytime there are any recordings that you're going to play, I will include a link to where you can play that, usually from YouTube or something like that, so that you don't have to buy any additional CDs or anything like that. And then I've included a sample sequence, and this is more for your reference so you can see how I mix and match the lesson activities within the span of a month, because I don't, go through and teach one concept for 3 lessons and then move on exclusively to the new concept for a few weeks or things like that. It's all mixed together, and I jump from one concept to the other within a lesson, so that we're constantly practicing and reviewing and always keeping things moving within a lesson as well. And my sample sequence, the sample lessons, are based on my schedule. So I teach kindergarten through 3rd grade twice every 5 days for 30-minute classes. And then 4, 5, and 6, I see once every 5 days for 60-minute classes. So when you get to the older students, you'll see that I have 60-minute lesson plans. But obviously, depending on how your pacing is for your teaching, what your class time is, how frequently you see them, you can adjust this really easily and pick and choose whatever lessons will best, whatever lesson activities will best fit into your schedule and your teaching style. So that is the curriculum overview. And again, it's always set up by the skills and concepts with the lesson plans and resources listed and described underneath each one. So now let me show you some of the other things that go with that. So anytime it says in the lesson plan that there is something in the resources, that's going to be things that you print out. So sometimes that might be a worksheet like this. A lot of times it's a composition activity. Sometimes it's manipulatives or visuals that you can print out for kindergarten. I have for reviewing the 4 voices, I have these simple signs you can print out and then have students use them, point to them, and things like that. And sometimes there are manipulatives, like little flashcard type things that you can print out and use as well. So that's the resources, and it's just in PDF format. The slides, like I said, come in PDF or PowerPoint. And it's the exact same thing, just duplicated so that you can use it no matter what computer system you have. But the slides are things that you would normally project. Obviously, if you don't have an ability to show things from the computer to your students, you could certainly print them out or things like that, but that's what they're intended for. And it's all, if you're looking at a set that is a K-6 set, whether that's a single month or the full set that I'm showing you right now, it's going to have all the slides and visuals for all the grades in order, which is why in the lesson activities it'll tell you exactly which slide number goes with which lesson. But it just makes it easier, I find, for you to pick out which slides you need for that day. And actually, I use Smart Notebook software that comes with the Smart Boards. So if you use a different software, these are just images. So what you can do is click on the image and then copy and paste it into whatever other software you might use to project. and certainly you could add things on top of that, but it will have everything that you need to teach your lessons, from lyrics to sheet music that you might project to any kind of visuals that you might be using in those lessons. So that is the slides. The last thing I'm going to show you is the song reference. So this has the notation for all of the songs that I use in the lesson plan. So I just found it was easier to put it all in one place together so that you can pull out the ones that you need. And again, these are image files, so if you want to move them somewhere else, if you want to just keep the ones that you don't know already and put them in one document so you can print it out for your own reference while you're teaching, you can edit this however you need. But all of the songs are included here for every grade. Again, so anytime there's a song that's referenced in the lessons, it's here in the song reference document. All right, I hope this gives you a better sense of how my curriculum is set up and what's included. If you have any questions, you can always email me at caldwell.organized.chaos@gmail.com. You can find a lot more lesson planning and curriculum resources on my blog, caldwellorganizedchaos.com. And if you like this video, I hope you will give it a thumbs up to let me know that you're interested in these types of videos, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos in the future. I do a lot of videos with information about resources, with lesson ideas, planner videos, and things like that. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!